Okay, as promised, here's a short video of the new plane. It's actually the same plane, still a DC-3, pretty much the same model, just a lot newer instrument panel. I like the old style instruments, but I needed to move up to something a little more modern. An upgrade's an upgrade, so you just kind of go with the flow. This is going to be a little easier to make it easier for me to fly with. It's more of what I'm used to. Our navigational gauges are upgraded and much better. Our radios are much better. The throttle levels are where I can see them from this view. I have a auto rich and auto lean function on the dash now, so I don't have to manually open the throttle quadrant and lean the engines out and pull the pitch back on the props. Yeah, I can do that from here, so it's gonna make it a lot nicer. Now let's look at the outside of the aircraft. And there's our new paint job, DC-3 Airways. It's got a nice tail number on it. The engine cowlings are red now. Still Pratt & Whitney's. Same engines, nothing changed there. The power is still the same RPMs, same cruise level. Nothing about the airplane changed other than the colors and that new dashboard. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, we've got two more ahead of us for takeoff this morning, so I'm just going to hang back a little bit and let them get clear of the runway. No sense in getting in a big hurry. It's 1 o'clock p.m. A few minutes after, so we'll have to wait on these guys to get in the air and get gone so we can take off. But this will be from New Orleans to Miami, Florida.
Port 4, ready for east departure at runway 10.
Airway 3805. Contact New Orleans departure on 123.85. Douglas, November 3664, hold short, runway 10.
Hold short, runway 10. Douglas 644.
123.85. Airway 3805. Pacifica 7611. Cleared for takeoff, runway 10. Cleared for takeoff, runway 10, Pacifica 7611. Douglas, November 3664, taxi to position and hold.
Position and hold, Douglas 644.
Pacifica 7611. Contact New Orleans departure on 123.85. 123.85, Pacifica 7611. Douglas, November 3664, cleared for takeoff, runway 10. Departure to the east approved.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 10. Douglas, November 36644.
And we're off the ground, leaving New Orleans. Whoo, I'm seeing lightning off to the east there. That doesn't look good at all. Okay, this is the last piece of land we'll see for a little while. We're taking off across the Gulf, headed for Miami. So we'll see a lot of blue water. Well, the weather looks like it's getting worse as it goes. I hope Florida's got better weather than this when we get there. Conditions are pretty much white out. You can't see anything. It's just one big cloud.
Contact Tampa approach on 125.3. Tampa approach, Douglas November 36644, with you 5,500. Douglas November 36644, Tampa approach, roger, altimeter 3007, Pacifica 2525. Contact Tampa approach on 125.3. 125.3 for Pacifica 2525.
I've switched over to auxiliary tanks. Fuel is down to about 16 gallons in the mains. I do have auxiliary tanks here. There's 200 in the mains, 200 in the auxiliary. So that's 800 gallons of fuel. I couldn't believe it. At first I thought it was just 200 gallon tanks, but there's also a auxiliary tank. If you look down on the bottom right where my cursor's flashing there, I've got two main tanks. The fuel warning lights are on those, but the reserve tanks are full of 200 gallons, so that's 800 gallons of fuel. Okay, GPS says we're 73.8 miles off our runway, and just got cloudy. You can barely make out the ground down there now, but we're well on our way to Miami. Be there in a few minutes. Won't take long to fly those last 50 miles. We'll get our approach at about 40 miles out. I'll contact the tower, let them know that we're inbound, get the runway numbers, dial them in, let the autopilot have the landing. says fuel consumed in pounds so far, 2,517. That's a lot of fuel.
Light rain. Sky conditions 2,600 scattered. Ceiling 4,700 broken. Thunderstorms in the area. Temperature 26. Dew point 23. Altimeter 3010. ILS runway time right and ILS runway time left is landing and departing. Runway time right and runway time left. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact at Sierra.
Okay, I'm bringing our altitude down to about 2,200. I'm waiting on the airport to come into range. We'll make contact and get our landing instructions. It's raining pretty hard. There's thunderstorms in the area. Pretty nasty day to visit Miami. Ooh, that's a nice big strike of lightning.
Miami Tower, Douglas, November 36644 is 27 miles northwest with uniform to land.
Douglas, November 36644, Miami Tower. Airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
Well, the weather conditions have got the airport IFR only, which means we're VFR, visual flight, and we cannot land there. Crap. Looking for an alternate. Okay, I found an alternate. It's really close. We're almost there.
Kilo Tango, November Tango, traffic, Douglas, November 36644 is 11 miles east of 2,200, inbound to land, runway Niner.
Okay, unlocking the tail wheel and making sure that the gear's up, the flaps are up. I've got the radio set to the runway on nav 1, and the autopilot has it heading in altitude right now, and we should be hitting our approach button after we turn on to the runway heading to make sure that it can pick up the localizer, and maybe we can land in this bad weather. Welcome to Miami. Alright, we'll find a parking spot and take a break, and we'll start the next leg of our journey first thing in the morning. Appreciate you watching.